guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Remi for those that are new here, and if you're new here, that means you're yet to subscribe. So just hit the subscribe button down below and join the family. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for always coming back to watch my videos. And honestly guys, I do a little dance when I get a notification that someone subscribed to my channel. So I just want you guys to know that I do not take any one subscriber for granted. So thank you so much for subscribing. It means a lot to me. So today's video is like, I don't know if it's tutorial or more like a vlog, because so I'm going to be making a dress for the Make That Look 2020 challenge by Lisa of And So On and Whitney of Whitmix. So I am just going to be showing you guys. So it's like a process. I'll carry you guys through the process. I'm not actually starting today, but I just wanted to start like the filming today. So I'm just going to show you guys the fabric I'm using, the style I decided to go for, and basically like just talk about, you know, why I chose that style, and yes, how I plan on going about making this particular outfit. So I decided to go for this Alexander McQueen tiered printed cotton mini dress. And the reason I decided to go for this dress is because I don't know if you watched one of my videos, you would have heard me mention that I like things that show off my neckline, and I think they look good on me. So yes, I'm even wearing some that shows off my neckline right now. So this dress is a dress that shows off your neckline, and I really like the exaggerated sleeve effect. And I don't know, I have like a love relationship with square necks these days, so this is just perfect. And this dress looks simple guys, but it has some details that if you just look at the dress you may not actually realize. So it's something I like I've studied this dress, I've looked through it, and like Lisa actually said in her video, the good thing about Net-a-Porter is they show so many nice like close-up views and high definition images of their products, so you can zoom in and really see the details. So I don't know if you guys can see, I hope you guys can see, but I noticed that around this sleeve side, if you just look at this dress, you think, oh, it's just an exaggerated sleeve, but no, there is something going on here. There's like a seam around this sleeve area, and it is just, yeah, I took my time, studied this dress, and I honestly cannot wait to get started. So the original price of this dress is £1,990, and I'm sure I would not be spending up to £20 when I'm done making the dress. So it's like a challenge, you know. I'm using this lovely Ankara print. I'm an Ankara babe. I love Ankara. Like, I'm Nigerian, I'm African, and if you guys know, Ankara is like, it's become like a trend in recent years, and I absolutely love it. So for this fabric, I wanted an Ankara print that wasn't going to overwhelm the style, because the style has like details, and I wanted something that would show off the details. So when I saw this fabric, I just knew that this was a very good choice for an Ankara fabric, because most times Ankara prints have so many vibrant colors. I think this is perfect for this style because it's nice, the detail is nice, and you will still get to see the style, like the outfit and the details of the outfit. So I'm using this lovely fabric, and yes, I'll be using my bodice with shoulder darts, but I'll have to do some manipulation because the shoulder dart isn't appropriate for this style. So I'll need to move the shoulder dart maybe to the waist point, and then do some modification to the bodice basically. So I'm using my Natalie Bray bodice with shoulder dart pattern. I have a video on my channel showing how to draft that, so you guys can go watch it. But yes, so today is just like an introduction basically, but I'll carry you guys along and show you guys the steps and just explain the changes that I make and all of that. So I'm definitely really excited about this project, and I can't wait to get started and show you guys the process and the end result. And I'm hopeful that, you know, we are going to end up with something like this, or at least very similar. Yes, I hope it's not going to be an epic fail, but yes, I'm definitely looking forward to it. So let's get started. I'm using my Natalie Bray with shoulder dart bodice and my basic sleeve pattern. So I'm starting by moving my shoulder dart to the underarm seam so I can plan my neckline conveniently. Then I transferred onto fresh pattern paper. I also drew my bust radius. Next, I'm going in to plan my neckline. So I measured 2 inches from the shoulder tip and 6 inches down and connected the point. I went ahead to even move the dart from the underarm to my waist because I did not want a side dart. Then I cut out my back and also planned the neckline. So I'm just measuring 2 inches in from the shoulder tip and 6 inches down. Next, I'm going in to plan my band. So I'm just removing 1.5 inch from my bodice. This will serve as my band. And I'm doing the same thing at the back. Now I'm closing the dart so I can have a single band without the dart. Next, I'm pasting fresh pattern paper underneath my bodice because I want to go in and shorten the length of my dart, so I will need to redraw the dart. Now onto the sleeve. I transferred my basic sleeve pattern onto fresh pattern paper and bisected the lines even further to have more slash lines. I also divided my sleeves into 3 sections based on the style, the top, middle and lower bit. Now I'm going ahead to cut out the sleeve. I bisected the lines even further because I wanted more lines to add volume, and now I'm going in to cut out the separate sections of the sleeve. Then I slashed the lines. For the top section, I slashed towards the top, the middle section I slashed towards the bottom, and the lower section I slashed towards the top. And now it's time to spread our sleeves. I wanted the total width of the sleeves to be 24 inches, so I divided it by the number of slashes to determine the width I needed to add between each slash, slash here. I did the same thing for the other sleeve sections. I also went ahead to slash the top so I can have some extra to gather into the armhole of the bodice. At this point, I realized I needed to modify my bodice pattern even more since I was having an open neckline. So I'm just going in to do a bit of contouring. Now I've added my seam allowance and it's time to cut our fabric pieces. So for the inner lining, I cut off facing in self fabric for the top half of my bodice. I also fused interfacing to the neckline and lining for the bottom half. For my tiers, I cut out strips of fabric, so I will need to join them together. I cut out 7 inches for the first tier and 9 inches for the second tier. I also cut out lining for the top tier. I fused interfacing onto my waistband. And I also cut out my sleeve sections. I think I'm more excited about the sleeves and I hope it ends up nice and similar to the actual sleeve. So I'm just checking out the sleeve sections. Now I'm going in to sew a basting stitch onto the lining and the first tier. I already joined the fabric strips together. I tried to gather it, but it was a bit difficult, so I separated them, gathered them separately and joined them together. Now onto the second tier. I'll start by attaching the fabric strips together by joining right sides, then sew on basting stitch onto the top edge so I can gather it to the required length, which is the width of the hem of the first tier. Now I'm attaching the lower tier to the first tier, leaving out the lining, so I'm simply sewing right sides together. After attaching the tiers, now I'm going to use the lining to cover the seam allowance so I can have a neat finish on the inside. So this is what the skirt part of our dress looks like. It's looking so nice right now and I love it so much. I was almost tempted to just convert it into a skirt. Now it's time to work on the bodice. I'm starting by attaching my lining to my facing for the inner piece. Next, I'm going in to sew my darts onto all my pieces. Now I'm going ahead to attach my band to my upper bodice. Then now I'm joining the front bodice to the back bodice by sewing the shoulder seams and the side seams. So I'm doing the same for the inner piece. That's the lining. Now I'm attaching the upper bodice to the skirt. That's the lower part of the dress. Simply sew right sides together, and this is what our dress looks like right now, and I think it is coming together really nicely. Now I'm just attaching the zipper band, making sure to leave a bit of space above the stopper because I'll need to still finish off the neckline with the inner piece. Now that I'm done with the zipper, I'll go ahead and sew right sides together of the lining to the main bodice. Making sure to match my shoulder seams and neckline. Now that it is done, I'll go in and use the lower hem of the lining to close the seam on the inside so it looks nice and neat. The next step is to close the center back seam. So I'll go in through the armhole, grab the center back of the lining and that of the main bodice and sew right sides together, making sure to cover the edge of the zipper. And this is the result. Nice, right? Now it's time to close off the bodice middle seam. I almost forgot about that, but I realized at this point that they weren't aligned properly, so I had to go in to do some adjustments. Now that it is properly aligned, we can go ahead and join it. So I'm just going to make sure to sew at least 1 inch above where the zipper ends. And this is what it looks like now that we're done. It looked so good at this point. When I tested it, my husband even suggested I leave it sleeveless, but nope, it is time to work on the sleeves. So I started by attaching the top section to the middle section. I also cut out a 0.5 inch band with 0.5 inch allowance at the top and bottom for the little band detail. I really like the balloony effect of the sleeve. So now I need to join the band together. I'm just checking that it will be easy for me to move in and out of the sleeve once the band is sewn. So I'm going to sew the top edge and the bottom edge together. Now I will attach the lower part of the sleeve to the band, but before I do that, I'm just going to gather it just a tiny little bit till I have the appropriate width. I'll also gather the top edge of the lower section of the sleeve to fit the band. After gathering to my desired width, now I'm going in to join the pieces together. Then I'll join the side seams together to create the finished sleeve. And this is what the sleeve looks like right now. I really like the balloony effect. I think I should have made it even bigger, but it's too late. So I'm just going to work on the second sleeve. And now it is time to attach the sleeve to the bodice. I'm just pinning it in place and matching my notches. I'll gather the excess and spread across the top. Woo! Final piece of the puzzle. So that's it. Our sleeve is ready, and I'm just going in now to finish up the hem of the sleeve and the hem of the dress. So this is the end result. Let me know what you guys think down below. I think the sleeve should have been way bigger, but I'm happy with the result, and I did not make my neckline as low, my back neckline, but yeah, I still like this. I love the outcome, especially the length and the neckline and the sleeves as well, actually. So that's it, guys. See you in the next video, and let me know your thoughts down below. Bye.